Talk to me a little bit about the ways that AI is changing and challenging and opening up new doors in the data and analytics space.
That's a great question. I've had the good fortune of being in this industry for roughly 15 years, starting with SAP, building a lot of these BI products and ETL products. And I've seen the interface to data evolve over the last 2 decades or so, starting with SQL as the primary interface to get access to data and then make meaning out of that data. And when that data was represented in some visualization form to be shared with business users, dashboarding became the main interface. And over a decade or so, maybe more than a decade, I've seen dashboards have remained the primary instruments business users have used to get some meaning out of their data. Eventually, businesses that call themselves data native, they need access to data. They need to understand how their business is performing, what sentiment consumers have about their products, how products are performing in the market. A lot of that requires data preparation, of data movement, and then eventually transforming all of that into visualization and sharing that with business users. So that has been the primary interface. And since 2022, the chat GPT moment, a lot of us have now become so used to fighting a natural language and expecting the response back. And we've started to see a similar behavior emerge with business users with respect to accessing data and gleaning some insights on that data. So that's where I've seen a pretty strong reaction from business users who expect similar interface from data applications as well. Dashboards haven't evolved for last 20, 25 years. They've remained static. Internally at Starburst, we have learned from our customers that dashboards have a very long lead time. It requires what we call a chain of yelling. What basically it means is that if you have a question about something about your business or a product or a customer, first and foremost, you need to know as a business user, who do you go and talk to? And that person you're talking to could be a data scientist or a data engineer. That person now needs to know if they have access to the data. And if they don't have access to the data, they will spend a few days, sometimes few weeks, try to get access to that data, transform that data, and then ask the question you asked, and then bring you back the result. We used to say that by the time you bring me back that response to the question I asked you, I might have already moved on. Or if I am still stuck on that question, I may have 10 more follow up questions, which means you will take another 2 months to come back to me. And that's exactly how analytics have worked traditionally. There are some dashboards that allow business users to drill down, but they generally end up creating a lot of boundaries around questions I can ask. And that static form has, in my opinion, has lived a much longer life than anyone anticipated. So natural language, instantly firing a question to an agent that is powered by a very smart foundational model, and then expecting it to come back with the response, and then it serves my curiosity. Then I can ask 10 more questions because I don't have to understand the language of data, which is SQL. I also do not have to be concerned about how to discover data, how to get access to that data. The governance is very well taken care of. So that's exactly how I've seen is natural language is so friendly to business users. And I think it unlocks a new level of productivity and insights for business users.